someone tell me the quickest way to get rich is either you sue someone or you marry up. That's what they said. That's what he said.
Would you rather confess to cheating on your partner or catch your partner cheating on you?
Oh.
Catch my partner cheating on me.
Because it would twist me for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, but I'd rather that than be the one. That, I don't want that. No.
Like, I feel like if you rather confess, like, you toxic for real. Because, like, why would you just want to be guilty for no reason? Like, that's how I feel. For no reason. Like, you had the option to just be, like, innocent. But if you just like to stir the pot, then if you like...
Yeah, right? Exactly.
I mean, in my situation, I'm probably gonna get hurt. You guys probably aren't gonna see me. Like if I do, like if I get caught.
Oh my God! Yeah, you'll be gone.
I'm done.
You'll be gone. We'll be like, "Where's Sam at?" Oh
no! And you'll know.
Oh
so
no!
That's no. I don't want to die. Straight up, it'd be cold case. Cold case. They solve shit in Law and Order.
That's
man.
the SVU.
Oh
my God.
Then I don't know what's happening to me. Now wait a minute.
First 48 hits.
Now, if I gotta pick which show I'm gonna be on, does that mean that some? No, listen. That means that them fuckers busted their ass to find the one little particle that was stuck in my ass crack that they found in the autopsy. Like when they had to redo it 10 years down the line, but at least my shit was solved.
Oh my God.
So Forensic Files is my pick. I watch a lot of that shit.
Sam was smoking runts and grappa.
Never eat your favorite food for the rest of your life, or only eat your favorite food.
I feel like if I only ate my favorite food, it wouldn't be my favorite anymore.
Exactly. You get
Like,
sick
I
of
would
it,
just-
right? I don't like either question. I think there should
right.
be a third answer. Because
For my situation, that'd be shitty because I like tacos, and tacos has like 5 different food groups in it.
Yep.
I can't have no allergy to that. I won't be
Well,
able
you
to
just
eat
couldn't
anything.
have a taco. You could have a salad
Well,
with meat and cheese and...
But what part of the taco am I allergic to?
Just the combination. You can't have a perfect
Okay, it
taco.
can't be all together.
Nah, you can't get a crunch wrap, none of that.
Oh,
Like,
that's not a cool thing to be allergic to, though. Do you remember having tape players?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because my first car was a 91 Chevy Corsica, and all it had was the cassette deck. That's it. So I had one of those things, if you remember, it was like the old school aux cord. It was the tape deck that had the wire connected to it, and then you could connect it to your Walkman CD player or whatever, eventually MP3
I had an
players.
8-track player in my... It was a 76 Dodge Aspen was my first
That's
car.
awesome.
It was gray and maroon. The thing was...
Wow.
It was my grandparents. It was horrible.
That's a stereotypical.
Oh my God. But yes, but I do remember the Walkman. I remember the first time I heard a Walkman. Okay, I was at somebody's house, and they were new technology then, and I put the headphones on, and like somebody pressed play, had like a tape or whatever, pressed play, and I was like looking around me, because like music came from everywhere. And it was like, wow, it was so cool.
Yeah.
Was
Like,
she?
with my sister, she was she was just more of a partier, and she would go out and stuff like that.
She set the tone.
Right. So
That's
then,
what
when I
happened.
was growing up, she set the tone, and my mom was strict, so I remember I went and got the Mike Jones CD, and it was explicit, and I was in my room listening to it. My mom took it, and then was like, made me get the edited version, so I'd be hot because it's like every song I got, I would have to get the clean version.
Yeah.
But then once I finally got my... she didn't care. She got to a point, and I was like, I thought it was so lit, listen to a full blast.
That's funny, because I went through that too. Our I guess, country's really fucked up history.
Yeah, exactly.
It's part of it.
That's another thing, a lot of these people, there's cases where people are you question the mental health. There's other cases where people just straight up say, clout these days, people chasing clout, want to be whatever, popularity is hell of a drug. A lot of people, they say they just want to be remembered. Like, I'm gonna go down in history forever for this mass killing. Like, I want them to remember me, and for them to make Netflix movies about me.
Yeah, the notoriety,
and which they've been better about on the news, like not even giving a name or picture of the person because that's what they want. But it's like that's another thing. So it's like getting real interesting.
He was convicted of 48 separate murders between the early 1980s and late 90s. As part of his plea bargain, another one was added, bringing it to 49, making him the second most prolific serial killer in United States history. He's still alive in jail. He's 75. I don't think he got 49 life sentences without parole. He didn't get a death penalty. So he's
where at?
Washington and Oregon, and he's imprisoned at Washington State Penitentiary. He was pretty nasty, so a lot of his victims were prostitutes, underage runaways. They were all women. Strangled them. He dumped their bodies. He dumped them really good because it was hard for him to find them and stuff. And then often returning to the bodies to engage in acts of necrophilia. Here you go.
See, that's disgusting.
Ayo.
Seriously, I don't understand what would drive somebody. I'm sorry. I just, I'm glad I don't understand it. But
no.
It's like I just, and if there's all these people out there killing people, like you'd have to think somewhere in your group of people that you have met in your lifetime, there's got to be one person that you know what I mean, that either has done it or has been capable of doing it, or like, and how, like, I don't know. Anyway, it makes me a little nervous to talk about because it's like,
Yeah, there'd be people that's like capable for sure. But yeah, it's
I mean, we got stuff that happens around here. Pittsfield or in
Springfield. Definitely everywhere.
And then you even got the weird ones that can be worthy of a show, like the one that just happened in North Adams where the girl, she was younger than me, killed her grandma. That one, that's crazy.
I know. It's
all for like life insurance money. It's always about money in the end, but and it was. She didn't do it nicely either, man. It was like scissors. Like, really?
If somebody killed a family member of mine, or or a friend of mine, or whatever, of course I would want them to fry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I wonder, like, what brought them to that point, and like you feel bad for them. You know what I mean? Like, what brought them to that level of just evilness? Like, just it's horrible.
Well, sometimes I wonder what the full story is, because in some cases it's like, oh, he ended up like deserving that kind of, like something had happened, like he did something in the background, did something to someone else's family, where it's like they even wanted him to pay for it, but maybe it got overlooked, So that's why it's like at the same time I see people and it's like, all right, I can't like always try to help people, you know what I mean? Be quick to intervene because you don't know what business went down, So it's like that's why I hate when it's just like there's no answers, because it's like, all right, was this other stuff going on that caused this?
And that's what's really sad, because like say you intervene, like say a guy and a girl were having an argument and you decided to get involved, and then all of a sudden like the person's getting physical with you. I think that actually happened to my friend's ex-husband. I think he was in England, and this girl, her boyfriend was like getting all aggressive with her, and he ended up getting in the middle of it, and he got stabbed, as a matter of fact. And he's fine now, thank God, and everything. But yeah, it was horrible. Just trying to be a good guy, just trying to,
Because it's like, and then too, another situation, it's like, what if you see a guy and a girl arguing, and maybe he's being, and then you found out like she stole a lot of money from a group of people. Right. And that's why they're like, she did someone grimy, like she was moving shiesty. So it's like, dang, you was trying to stick up for this girl. Right? She stole money from these people. Now you just in the way. Yeah. And you don't even know what you're talking about. You just left looking in. But at the same time, it's like, dang, you don't want to leave someone hanging. Like if she looks vulnerable, or if anyone looks, not when it comes to like any violent crimes or anything, just with a lot of the stuff that how our system works, it's like puts a lot of people at a disadvantage, or like a lot of people, like a lot of innocent people have been locked up for stuff. So it's like, how legitimate is this? So when it comes to just like, when people are might get in trouble for stealing for Walmart. It's like I don't feel as bad because they're like millions and they're worth a lot of money and making a lot, so it's not always the worst case in the world. But Target's smart with it because they wait until you get to a certain dollar value. So they'll know that you're stealing, but in order for it to be like legally binding where you like can go to jail, it has to be above a certain amount. So they'll sit here and let you steal for months and months until it gets to $2,000.
Oh, really?
And then once you've reached a total of $2,000 approximately, then they'll arrest you, bring you to court, and you can now be arrested for it instead of just being like trespassed or whatever. Yeah. And then I've noticed that too. It's like in this country, it's like in order for you to like be able to get like a case or anything, like I was in an accident before. And then my lawyer, like if I would have went in the ambulance to go to the hospital, my medical bill would have been so much, or the insurance, like what would have needed to be paid would have been so much. I think you need to pay like $2,500 out of pocket in order to have a case for like pain and suffering and all that. Like you go to physical therapy or something. But it was someone who hit me, and then it was a hit and run. But they got off on foot. They couldn't even find them. And then they got the car though, so we could. Since that person let that person drive, they were responsible.
Yes.
So they had that, but I had someone tell me the quickest way to get rich is either you sue someone or you marry up. that's what they said. That's what he said.
Marry up or sue someone.
That's what he said. Like this guy was, and this was someone who was very
some
cocky
kind of
about
liability or something, an accident or something, getting an accident.
This country, everybody's so sue happy though. That's the problem. Like, you know.
And settlements. Sue happy and settlements.
Oh my God, exactly.
Everything is a lawsuit.
It is. Against everybody.
Civil court. My God.
I know.